Hello everyone, today we'll be watching The Amazing Lucas, and I will be giving my thoughts on why I think he is the dumbest YouTuber on the platform. If you think I'm the dumbest YouTuber on the platform, make sure to subscribe because oh boy will you love to see my videos more often. Outside of that, let's get into the video. I just want to jump in and say that I'm sick, so if I'm sniffing and really badly, I was editing the video and I heard it a couple times. I tried editing it out, but if you hear it, I'm sorry.
So, if you haven't heard, well, you're in luck because the internet is ablaze right now, okay? People are losing their minds. And when I mean people, I mean predominantly white, racist, incel, neckbeard people. Those are the people that are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs right now. And you wanna know the reason why? Is because that Insomniac has said that Miles Morales is going to be the main Spider-Man in their universe. That's correct. Miles Morales.
Miles Morales is fundamentally less established in those universes and in those games just because they haven't used him. I mean, Peter Parker is who people grew up on, so they're going to want to see more Peter Parker. You can change their mind, though. Make them love Miles Morales. I just don't think they have, and I don't think they will. I think they're just going to push Miles Morales on you and call it a day without actually establishing fundamentally who and why Miles Morales is who he is.
Going crazy, bruh. They're going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I saw a few people tweet, this is the best one I've seen, is Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. I'm sorry, what the hell does that mean?
I know it's kind of a dumb thing to say, and I will completely back the fact that that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because Miles Morales is also Spider Man, but I think at the same time it makes sense. Peter Parker is who these people grew up on, they're who I grew up on, they're who you grew up on, so you're going to be less likely to accept some random Spider Man being thrown in your face. It's just how it is. To most people, Peter Parker is Spider Man. When you ask people who Spider Man is, most of the time they will either say a comic book superhero or they will say Peter Parker. It's just how people think.
It's crazy because they have so much hatred in their hearts that they start just speaking drivel. You have all these racists, all these neckbeards, these incels who are losing it. They are going insane, and it's really I'm kind of scared right now. I'm genuinely scared because I don't know what they're capable of. Well, actually, we do know what they're capable of.
Okay, you just compared ordinary people to Trump supporters, and that is highly offensive to pretty much anybody that has seen this or anybody that is white that has been compared to this. That is like comparing My Little Pony to Hitler. It's like, how did we get here and where did this come from? It's fundamentally stupid, and to say that you fear your life over a fucking Spider Man debate is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard and will continue to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Make sure you stay locked and loaded because you never know. They may do a January 6th, but it may be on Insomniac Game Studios. I hope Insomniac has upped their security. All right. I hope Brian Indahar, bruh, get you some security, okay? Because these mofos is wild. They crazy.
Again, I agree with you and I disagree with you. Comparing the Spider Man debate to raiding the Capitol on January 6th is just the most wild comparison in the world. Just like I said, My Little Pony to Hitler. How the fuck did we get here? We're talking about Spider-Man, and then we're talking about Trump supporters raiding the Capitol on January 6th. It's just two wildly different scenarios.
I just find it absolutely hilarious because let's break this down. How many games do we have of Peter Parker, bro? How many games do we have of this man? If we go all the way back to the PS1 to currently, how many games? We include mobile games, bro. We have a plethora of Peter Parker games, all right? There is nothing wrong with giving the mantle to Miles Morales.
The problem is they didn't do it in a believable way. Right now, they're just wanting to push Miles Morales without finishing Peter Parker's story. In order to pass the torch from Batman to Nightwing, you have to make me believe that Batman cannot fight anymore. You need to make me believe that Batman needed to hang up the boots. Or that Batman died. Either way, whatever you tell the story, you need me to believe that. They haven't made me believe that Peter's story is over. He's young, he's still at the top of his game, blah, 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 blah. Fact of the matter is, you need to make people believe that this is the best thing for the franchise, and right now they have not given anybody a real reason to believe that.
This is something that I had to deal with. I had to struggle and get over. And that is, this is Insomniac's universe. That is correct. This is Insomniac's Spider-Man. This is Insomniac's Mary Jane. This is Insomniac's Miles Morales. I may not like how they portray Peter Parker. I may not like how they portray Mary Jane. I may not like how they do Miles Morales. I may not like the combat. I may not like the side missions, but at the end of the day, this is their game. This is their vision. This is what they have put out. And at the end of the day, you can either accept that or not accept that.
We finally agree on something. The Mary Jane in this story is fucking horrible, and the Peter Parker is not that good either. People are just voicing their concerns, and they want to make sure that Insomniac is understanding where they're coming from, or they want to see if Insomniac doesn't give a fuck, and then they can just move on and go play whatever else they want.
And if you accept it, well then, hey, join the ride. Welcome to the club. And if you don't accept it, then go off. Bye. Go somewhere. I don't know what to tell you. These dregs of society, what they end up doing is that they're just attention seekers, bro. They're constantly attention seekers. They have to cry and scream on their way to the exit. And it's like, yo, we don't care, bro. We don't care. They're just like, I'm leaving. This is wokety, woke, okay? I'm leaving. And it's like, bro, you don't have to tell us, just leave.
The irony in him saying this is he's the first one to complain about a game and say he's really mad about it and he's going to not buy the game and blah, 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 and then turn around and buy the game, but he's going to voice his concern about it. So it's just really weird that he has problem with other people doing it, but not him doing it.
Right? Just you don't have to tell us you're not buying the game. Just don't buy the game. I don't know what to tell you. It's just these wokety woke types are so nauseating. Because I'm like, bro, it's 2023. I get it when it's 2016, right? I get it, when that's popular and stuff right now. That's not popular right now. Okay? You're just grifting for nothing. It's not even a grift at this point. You just seem ignorant. You seem not only racist, but you seem bigoted at this point. What I've basically gathered is that when it comes to woke, first off, they bastardize a term. Secondly, the original definition of the term woke, they use it for negative. So basically, it's anything having to do with social issues regarding black people and LGBT. That's woke to them. I kid you not. It's just woke to them.
That's 1000% woke to Trump supporters and whoever else that believes that kind of stuff, but to say that not liking Miles Morales is being woke and bigoted and racist is just out of this world. They don't like a character. That doesn't make them racist.
And I want to say this. This is not to criticize the predominantly white, incel, neckbeard individuals. This is not to criticize them. I understand. I get where you're coming from, okay? I can sympathize with you. I really can. Because you have to understand, to them, they feel like they're losing everything. One character that these fragile individuals had was Spider-Man. White Spider-Man. That's the one thing they could sympathize with. Like, he's a nerd like me. That's the only thing they could sympathize because because Spider-Man, he had a crazy physique, he had a hot-ass bombshell girlfriend, and he had a job. Those are three things that none of these individuals, the vast majority of them, have, okay?
Finally, something we can agree about. If you're going on the internet and you're complaining about a video game character for hours and this is the only thing you can do with your life, please go outside, enjoy the world, do something, right? But if you're just saying, you know what, I don't like where my favorite video game franchise is going and you leave it at that, fair enough.
Hey, why is this happening? Why are people now bringing up social issues that I don't agree with? What about me? What about me? And so you have to understand, they've been coddled for centuries. You have to understand this. They've been coddled for centuries. So when people start to, well, this is not what's supposed to happen. This is not, why are we doing this, right? We're just doing this due to tradition. Okay, let's stop that and actually see if we can improve things. Let's see if we can actually have a diverse, representation in some of our platforms. Let's see if we can actually, engage in political discourse.
I agree with him. There's definitely white people out there that believe 1000% that there's too much representation for other people and that, LGBTQ people should be on screen and all this other stuff. However, fundamentally, this has nothing to do about any of this. What we're talking about is people not liking Miles Morales over Peter Parker. Two wildly different things. Also, politics shouldn't be in video games. If you're gonna put a gay character in the game, that's not a political statement. I'm sick of people saying that. That's not political. The only thing that makes it political is when you remove it for, let's say, Saudi Arabia. If you remove it for that area of the world because they don't believe in that, then it's political.
Notice certain things happen to deal with politics when it comes to these inbred types, right? If it's a black person, that's politics. If it's a white person, well, that's America. If it's a black person, that's politics. If it's, a white person, well, that's good gameplay. That's great storytelling. I just find the hypocrisy, it's hilarious to me. It's honestly hilarious to me. But you have to understand there's a victim complex that these kids are being fed.
I'm not going to argue with a single thing he just said. I agree completely that there is people out there that, well, have this opinion, and I think it's horrible, and I think it's wrong, and politics. But when I say, Miles Morales versus Peter Parker is not politics. It's just people picking which character they like more and which character they grew up with over the other. Fundamentally, Miles Morales is not prepared to be Spider-Man. He's not prepared to be the only Spider-Man. Now, I'm not going to say anything on the rest of what this guy says in the video because the rest is completely politics and it seems like he lost the plot of his own video. But I'll end it with this. Miles Morales versus Peter Parker is not politics. For some people, it may be seen that way. But if you're making it about race and you're making about racism, then you're trying to find hatred in the world where there genuinely isn't any. I have not seen a single person be genuinely racist about the change, and that's the only reason they don't like it. That's just me, though. If he finds people that actually have been that way, then he could prove me wrong or whatever. But from my personal view of Twitter, I have not seen anyone be genuinely racist. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you enjoyed, well, all of those things are very important to me, and I would appreciate it.